When you're alone in a graveyard, you have many thoughts. When you're alone in a graveyard and not dead, that is. I was nervous and jumpy. Doing a single at 1 a.m. in a marble orchard isn't the best recipe for steady nerves.
Hold it there, Mr. Hammer.
Well, what do you know, a lady? Oh, boy, you're much too shaky for this kind of position.
Never mind. Just put the package down there on top of the tombstone.
Okay, just say the magic words.
Margaret Reed.
That's the magic words. Uh-oh, but first you got something for me.
It's over there in back of you. But leave the package here first.
Okay. I could have stopped her and saved my client's money, but Margaret Reed's instructions had been explicit. Pay the money, get the letters. And above all, Mr. Hammer, no violence. No violence.
Oh, Mr. Hammer, come in. Did everything go all right?
Well, that all depends, Mr. Fleetwood. Well, good evening, Mrs. Reed.
Mr. Hammer, I'm gratified to find you so prompt. And obviously competent.
Well, I've traded cash for blackmail letters before, Mrs. Reed. And that's really worth all that money that I took out there.
I'm satisfied, Mr. Hammer.
Indiscreet love letters worth $50,000? Mrs. Reed, you can buy blank paper in a dime store. Now, come on, don't play games with me. I carried your loot tonight, but it wasn't for blackmail letters. Now, come on, what gives?
It has nothing to do with you, Mr. Hammer. Please, please, just go away and leave us alone.
Hammer, it's none of your business.
What gives, Mrs. Reed? Who was snatched?
Hammer, why don't you?
It's all right, Harry. It's all right. I'll tell him. It was my husband, Mr. Hammer. He was kidnapped.
When?
Day before yesterday. I know I should have told you from the beginning, but I was afraid of the publicity and the danger. I was afraid that you'd insist we go straight to the police.
I would have.
Hello. Well, judging from this little tableau, the cat is obviously out of the bag.
Oh, what difference does it make? There's no law that said we had to report Abner's kidnapping to the police.
I had every right to do whatever I thought would bring Abner back alive.
And what about Abner?
I had no choice. They said they'd kill Abner if I contacted the police.
Let me see the note.
There wasn't any. It was all done by telephone.
You better get on that phone and notify the police, Mrs. Reed.
Well, please, Mr. Hammer, surely just a few short hours won't matter. They promised me that they'd release Abner as soon as they had the money. Please, please, Mr. Hammer.
All right, it's your husband and your money.
Oh, the money doesn't matter.
Margaret, now, you've been through a great deal. Don't you think you ought to rest?
Will you please excuse me, Mr. Hammer?
Yes, of course.
My wife will see you to the door.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, I knew you weren't fooled by that love letter routine. Obviously, you're a man who knows his way around.
It's funny, I had the same feeling about you.
Then, now, why don't we see each other again?
What about little old Harry?
Well, aren't you being a little old-fashioned?
Tell me, was this your idea, calling me in the first place?
Margaret, she saw your name in the papers, and you sounded expensive and experienced, and she likes that.
Oh, boy, she must love you.
Yeah, I'll see her around noon.
Well, you name the place.
Right here. I want to see if Abner turns up in a cab or a coffin. And then maybe I'll try and get Mrs. Reed's money back for her.
Oh, yes, the money.
Oh, yeah, the money.
That interests you, doesn't it? Well, you and Harry, a couple of charity cases, huh?
That's right, Mr. Hammer. And I don't like to beg for anything.
Oh, honey, with your assets, you shouldn't have to. Bye.
Bye.
I should have been satisfied with 500 clams for 6 hours' work, but I wasn't. I had visions of a nice fat bonus for getting back the $50,000 Mrs. Reed had paid her husband's kidnappers. But there wasn't much I could do until I talked to Abner Reed himself, providing Mr. Reed turned up talking. Right now, the trail was colder than the tile floor of a YMCA shower.
Mr. Hammer, get in, please. Hurry.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the lady in the dark. Very nice. You ought to come out in the light more often.
Mr. Hammer, I'm in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You think that was a blackmail payoff tonight, don't you?
Uh-uh. Not now. Is Mr. Reed still alive?
Yes. And I'll tell you the whole story, but you've got to help me.
With your cut of 50 grand, you need help, huh?
But I didn't get my cut.
Oh, the old double cross.
I was promised $5,000 to meet you tonight and pick up that money. And I only got $500.
So now you want revenge, huh?
No. I only want what's coming to me. And if I don't get it, then...
There's nothing Captain Pat Chambers likes better than a phone call from me at 3 a.m. I had to clear myself officially after the gunplay at Margaret Reed's front porch, so I gave Pat the full story. But he didn't sound grateful.
Now, listen, Pat, I didn't have to call you at all. I thought as a friend you'd like to... No, I did not know it was a snatch. Not until later when the cannons cut loose. No, Pat, now listen, who looks for license plates when the lead's flying? No, I do not know her name. Yes, Captain Chambers. I'll be down at headquarters first thing in the morning. No, all right, then make it afternoon. Good night, Captain Chambers. Pleasant dreams. Yeah, Hammer. Who? Where are you?
In my apartment. Do you have a pencil?
Yeah, just a minute. 612 East. Yeah, okay. Listen, honey, we've never been formally introduced. Just what's your name?
Sandra Montel. Look, I'd rather not talk about it on the phone. Mr. Hammer, I'm afraid.
Well, I don't blame you, sugar. You keep your doors locked and your windows closed, you understand?
Yes. Will you come right over, please?
Yeah, I'm on my way. Sandra? Sandra? The blonde filly's name was Trina Greco. She lived across the hall. She and Sandra Mantell were good friends. They'd worked together in the line at the Star Theater, a burlicue house downtown. Trina said she'd been worried about Sandra and come over a couple of times that night to see if she'd gotten home all right.
Hey, who are you? You're not a cop.
Name's Mike Hammer. I got a private license. Sandra called me tonight, said you wanted to talk.
About what?
She was in trouble. Maybe you knew.
No. What kind of trouble?
She tried to make an easy buck the hard way, and then she got a fatal dose of cold feet.
I don't believe that.
Yeah? All right, that's the police. I called them. Now, sit down. All of a sudden, this room's going to be full of law. Now, I want the names of who Sandra ran with, all of her boyfriends.
Lots of them.
Come on, give me the names, every 11 one of them.
Oh, I don't know. So many they fill a book.
Hey, that's what I'm looking for, a book. She keeps some kind of an address book, date book, diary.
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know where it is. Now, don't get the wrong idea. Sandra worked as a dancer.
The name Abner Reed mean anything to you?
No.
How about Fleetwood?
No, I never heard that one either.
Did she have any new boyfriends?
Well, there was a man. I never saw his face, but he picked her up a couple of times.
Well, can you describe him?
No. All she said was that he was a big spender.
It's a big help.
Mr. Hammer, I'll do anything to help you find out who did that. Anything.
That a girl. All right, now you just keep looking for Sandra's date book. I'll be in touch with you. Hey, is this you with Sandra?
Yes.
I didn't recognize you all dressed up. Yeah, all right, that's the boy. Now, come on. You get over here and lie down and relax. We'll be answering questions for the next couple hours. Take it easy. It was 6 a.m. before New York's finest finished with us. They had a record in homicide of my call to Pat Chambers, so I was in the clear. I promised to check back as soon as I caught up on my sleep. But sleep wasn't as important as finding out if Abner Reed was still missing. Amazing what a half hour in a steam room can do if you haven't had any sleep. I had told Ethel Fleetwood I'd return at noon. A pink scarf knotted around a dancer's neck brought me back 3 hours ahead of schedule.
Mr. Hammer, this is my husband, Mr. Reed.
Oh, how do you do?
Well, how do you do, Mr. Hammer? Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate everything you've done.
What time did I let you go?
Oh, I woke up on a pier on the East River about 3 a.m.
Where'd they keep you on ice, do you know?
Well, no, but it must have been somewhere near the river because I could hear boat whistles at night.
Mm-hmm. How about the people? Can you describe them?
Well, the man who stood guard over me was a short, stocky fellow with a nasty scar across his nose, but I didn't see anyone else.
Hmm. How about Sandra Mantell? You ever heard of her?
No.
Ms. Reed?
No, I haven't.
Hmm. She's a dancer down at the Star Theater.
Star Theater? I don't even know where the theater is.
It's a burlesque house. She may have used another name. Excuse me. Here's a picture of her. Take a good look. Sandra's the girl on the right.
No.
Ms. Reed?
No.
Well, who's the other girl?
Familiar?
Oh, no. No.
She's a girlfriend of Sandra's. She lives next door to her. As of now, she's the only lead I've got. Have you called the police yet, Mr. Reed?
Well, no, we haven't.
We took the phone off the hook. We thought Abner's best for it.
Yeah, well, they'll be calling you pretty quick.
This girl, Sandra, is she involved?
And she's part of the kidnap gang. Somebody double-crossed her, and she thought she could sing her way out. Yeah, she didn't get past the verse.
Oh, you mean she's been arrested?
No. She's on a slab in the morgue.
Well, I guess I was pretty lucky.
Yeah. Where's Mrs. Fleetwood?
She left about an hour ago. Shopping. What do you want with her?
Oh, I thought she might recognize the girls.
That's rather unlikely. My wife is hardly the type to patronize a burlesque theater.
How about you?
I don't know either of the young ladies.
Mr. Hammer, please don't misunderstand me, but I'm not quite clear what your concern is in this matter.
Well, Mrs. Reed, don't you want your money back? Don't you want to see those kidnappers caught and punished?
Well, of course I do.
Besides, I want the man who took a couple of shots at me and killed Sandra Mantell. Oh, there'll be no charge to you. I'll send them the bill. Don't bother, I'll let myself out. Pat Chambers and the department would be busy trying to make their case by the book, but I could play it by ear, or eye.
The tinny rehearsal piano at the Star Theater and Trina Greco seemed like a practical place to satisfy both. I had a hunch that the case would break if I could find the list of men in Sandra Mantell's life.
Man. Now, this was Sandra's dressing table here.
Right here?
Yes.
Trina, you actually saw Sandra's address book?
Yes, I remembered. One night after a party, she wrote her date's name and phone number in it. And then last Christmas, she used it to make out her card.
Why were you so worried about her last night?
Well, she left the theater in such a hurry and wouldn't say who she was going with. I don't know, she's just been acting kind of strange the last couple of days.
What do you mean, strange?
Well, she wouldn't say who she'd been going out with or where she was going or anything. And we talk about men, you know, just like you talk about us.
No fooling.
Everybody on stage, dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal for the new finale.
Dress? Oh, yeah, yeah. Trina, wait. You can't think of any place she might have left it.
No.
Well, then she must have taken it with her.
And maybe lose it somewhere? That's the most valuable thing a girl has.
Oh, honey, somebody's been giving you a lot of wrong information.
Oh, I get it.
Hello, Mr. Hammer. I hope you don't mind, but I just hate waiting in drafty hallways.
Mrs. Fleetwood, do you carry an extra set of keys with you?
Just money. You'd be surprised how many places you can get into with a $20 bill.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
When I got back to the house, you'd already been there and gone.
Oh, well, then you know by now that it's a murder case.
Of course, girl, Margaret said. Was it the same girl who was parked out in front last night?
Yeah, that's right.
I heard the noise, but I thought it was a backfire.
Did you see the man?
No, but
No, but what?
You don't really like me, do you, Mike?
Well, now, whatever gave you that idea?
Well, Mike, now, first I want you to understand something. Harry and I are all washed up. We lead absolutely separate lives. I've hated him for a long time, and he despises me. We both stuck it out because of the money. We love it. Margaret's money. Oh. And then when Margaret got married to Abner Reed, well, Harry saw our divine little meal ticket just slipping away.
Oh.
Well, I knew that he would lie and cheat and steal to hold on.
Well, don't stop now.
Well, Mike, you know, it's absolutely incredible, I know. But last night when you went to make the payoff, well, Harry wasn't even at home.
What?
No.
Well, you mean to tell me...
He said he was out entertaining a client, but he got back to the house just 5 minutes before you did.
Oh. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah, but how could he have met Sandra Mantell, huh?
Oh. Well, he knows every car sign on 52nd Street.
Yeah, but that doesn't prove a thing.
Proof? Well, darling, that's your department. After all, I'm just painting the picture. Why, Harry would kidnap me for $100.
Don't worry, honey, you're safe.
Well, Mike, now you don't think it's wrong for me to be telling you about Harry, do you?
Oh, no. I'm just wondering what you expect to get out of all this.
Well, Mike, maybe I overestimated you.
No, Chicky. No, baby. On the contrary. You didn't even come close. Bye. Thanks a lot for the information, Mrs. Fleetwood. Fleetwood's squeal, no matter what the motive, opened up a possibility which had to be checked. I'd tell the police about Harry Fleetwood later, but right now, I wanted to bounce his description off to Trina Greco.
Thanks, Pop. Hello?
Hello, honey. Mike Hammer. Listen, how soon are you going to get some clothes on? I'd like to take you out and buy you dinner.
Oh, I just finished rehearsing. I'm getting dressed now.
Good, I'll be over in about 15 minutes. Oh, what time do you have to be back?
8 o'clock.
Good, you wait for me.
Don't worry. Oh, Mike, the police telephoned me about Sandra's address book. Now, I told them the truth. That was all right, wasn't it?
Sure. It was about time they got around to it. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, hammer.
What?
Yes, I found it in my drawer. I don't know. I guess she just must have...
Good girl. Chickie, you just stay right there. I'll be right over.
Oh, Mike, will you call the police for me? Lieutenant Lane said to call as soon as I found the book.
No, honey, you mean Captain Chambers.
Oh, I thought it was Lane.
Yeah, well, never mind. I'll call him when I get there.
But Mike? Mike?
Hello, Pat, this is Hammer. Listen, Pat, did you call Trina Greco about a girl named Sandra Mantell's address book? No, address book. Yeah, skip it. Listen, Pat, who's Lieutenant Lane? No, not in Brooklyn, old man. No, not in Brooklyn, in your precinct. Are you sure?
Mike? Mike?
Miss Greco?
Yes?
Lieutenant Lane.
Oh, we sure got here in a hurry.
Do you have the book, Miss Greco?
Yes, it's in here. Oh, I telephoned Mike Hammer, too. I thought that's who it was.
Would you get the book for me, please?
Of course.
Reed. Over here, Reed.
Funny, if Abner Reed had been patient, he might have had all of Margaret's money one day, not just 50 G's for kidnapping himself. And if he'd paid Sandra what he promised, there'd been no need for murder. No, it wasn't my gun that put him there on the floor. It was greed.
See anything you like?
Oh, no, honey, no, I'm just window shopping.
Well, I'll be right back, so keep your hands on the counter.